Fire, water, come!
Greetings one, greetings all. Welcome back to Wumbas in the Wild with one of your hosts, me, and then the other one,
Me?
So, how was, it's not long after Christmas. Did you have a nice Christmas?
Yeah, not too bad. How about yourself?
You know, got Lynx Africa, living the fucking dream.
Oh, can't be Christmas without Lynx
Can't
Africa.
be Christmas without Lynx Africa, yeah. I don't know if they expect me to do some fucking song and dance about it, but I just went, and that was that.
That's such a disappointing.
I don't know what you want me to do about it though.
But it's Lynx Africa. You're supposed to shout and scream about it. It's great.
I mean, I was like, haha.
That's the best thing about
Yes.
Christmas is Lynx Africa and pants and socks.
I mean, I got plenty of them, which I'm very happy at. It's my like yearly renewal.
I only got socks this year. I didn't get any pants.
6 pairs of socks and 3 pairs of boxes. I'm living the fucking high life, my G.
Yeah, boy.
Right. I've been thinking about this for a couple of weeks now, but I've got a couple of good questions for you.
Aye.
A couple of would you rathers.
Oh, okay then.
Now, would you rather be blind and deaf, or have your whole life narrated by James Corden? In like your head as like an internal monologue.
I'm gonna go blind and deaf, just
So-
straight out there. Blind
So
and
you,
deaf.
you would never be able to hear nor see ever again.
Yeah, it's worth it just to have my life not narrated by James Corden.
I mean, he's incredibly funny. He does the carpool karaoke where he gets pulled around on a trailer pretending to drive.
No,
Did you actually know that?
Oh yeah, I knew that.
It's like, oh yeah, carpool karaoke. We'll just put him on a trailer.
It's like, why can't you actually drive? Maybe he actually can't drive. That's why they do it, because he can't drive.
I mean, didn't he do that thing with Comic Relief with like him and George Michael in a car?
Probably. I tend not to watch
I
Comic
remember-
Relief.
You know when they were doing when like Gavin and Stacey was big,
Ugh.
and they like James Corden did the whole like England football team thing.
Yeah.
And I think one year he did one where he was like driving George Michael about because obviously he was a bit infamous for.
Fucking Jesus. Yeah, I think I'm going to stick with deaf and blind.
You'd rather be deaf and blind.
Yeah.
Right. Would you rather drown in boiling oil or die by getting burnt alive with diesel or petrol or anything? Like a long flame flammable liquid, one that like keeps going for a while, doesn't just.
I mean, I guess the bonus with dying in burning oil,
Boiling oil
is that you're near enough just probably die instantly. Because A, you're drowning, and B...
Yeah, but then your body wouldn't be able to breathe in the oil until like you'd already started suffocating.
Well, even so, I feel like drowning in boiling oil is probably a quicker death than burning alive. Plus, you can always eat yourself if you're boiling in oil.
You're not just like a fucking, or you're just not just like a fat bit of bacon. Just like, put that boy on to sizzle. Turn the temp down a bit. He's burning.
Oh dear, that's a difficult
Wait
one.
till the edges are nice and crispy.
Nice and crispy.
Nice and crispy.
Yeah, I'm thinking. Oh, actually, although it's a difficult one because I do actually quite like the smell of diesel.
So the thing that's swaying you is the smell. I think you'd fucking smell your charring flesh first, wouldn't you?
I don't know because when how am I dying by burning diesel or whatever? Am I put on a stake or like?
No, you can just burn to death. But the thing that kills most people in house fires is the fumes. Makes them pass out.
That's very true. So yeah.
You might survive.
Yeah, I might survive if I'm lucky.
But then you'd look like fucking Deadpool's cut off.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, I don't.
You'd just be like Downpool.
I don't want to go with life looking like a fucking testicle. So,
I mean, you're not far off.
I might. Yeah, well, that's very true. I mean, I might have to go with my first option of drowning in boiling oil.
Drowning in burning oil, or That's tough. Have you got any ones you thought of? What's that? The old one where it's like, would you have like arms for arms for toes and or legs for fingers?
Like, would you rather have feet for hands or hands for feet?
But would you say would you have 4 pairs of hands if you chose the hands option?
I'm guessing
so.
So
Then basically you're a monkey.
Essentially, yeah.
I mean,
Imagine how great that'd be.
You could learn to walk on. People walk on their hands.
Yeah, exactly.
I reckon a pair of crutches you could probably get by. If you struggled.
Imagine if I was at work at Damon's, right? I could be on the bar with my top hands and making the drinks with my bottom hands. It'd be great.
I think it's like
I'd be like Sebulba.
I think some people have fetishes with like making food with their feet.
That's disgusting.
Like fucking eggs or some shit like that, and they like use their toes for it all.
I don't like feet. Feet are disgusting. If I ever have sex with a woman, she is keeping her socks on. I do not care.
Just so it's not getting.
Yeah.
Amen, brother.
I can't really think of many would you rathers. I'm going to have to think about some.
Oh, yeah. I think sometimes, though, it gives you like... They give... You know them stupid things you see on social media where it's like, would you clean a cemetery out between 10 p.m. and 5 a.m. for £80 an hour or something? And it's like, bitch, I'd lick that tombstone clean.
Yeah, so would I. That's fucking easy.
But then I was saying the other day, someone else, I was like, you could literally just subcontract it out. £80 an hour, you go to someone, I'll pay you £20 an hour to do it. They'd be like, fuck yeah.
Yeah. Get it done in half the time.
Oh, I just mean like you'd get 60 quid for every hour and they'd get 20 and Bob's your uncle.
It's not bad. Get it done quick.
Put
Sit
it
around
down,
in a
tax
cemetery.
deductible expense, business expense.
Yeah, boy.
Boom. Yeah, I've got to pay. Because you don't want to hit that higher tax bracket much, mate.
And you could learn a bit of history as well in a cemetery.
Cemetery, yeah, true. Be like, there's my uncle that touched me.
Okay,
taught me everything I knew about being abused.
Fuck's sake.
Oh, that was his catchphrase. My name's Sake. And he'd just go, "Ooh, fuck's sake." As he bent me over and fucked me raw. It was like a rag doll on that.
Oh, no.
Or as someone we know said, bounce that boy on his dick like baby you.
Oh, God. Yeah. What? Why?
I think we need to report that person to certain authorities.
A, we need to report him to Disney. B, report him to George Lucas, who created the Star Wars franchise. And C, report him to everybody.
Just the local authorities in general.
Yeah. Excuse me, sir. What can I help you with? My friend wants to bounce Baby Yoda on his little tallywhacker.
I mean, it's probably a horse cock, knowing him.
So we have discussed many times.
Yeah, it is almost a certainty that he has a horse cock.
Mm.
But it's kind of like Sasquatch. It's basically Schrodinger's cock.
Schrodinger's cock.
It is basically, though, isn't it?
Pretty much. As much as I'd like to prove it, I don't want to prove it because it'd ruin the illusion.
Just like fucking, like them fucking wind-ups you got in primary school.
Oh.
It just turns out it's coiled up like one of them.
I imagine it,
but instead of the paper, it's just smegma.
Oh, no. Oh, God. Do you know those joke snake can things where you open the lid and it pops out? I imagine that's what it's like when he takes off his boxers.
Big coiled python.
Literally, like, you pull down his boxers and he just fucking springs forward.
I reckon he wears some like tighty whities.
Tighty white, wouldn't surprise me.
Yeah, but then it's like he's like made it like a custom thong or something to go right up his arse crack.
Proper budgie smugglers.
Do you ever see that? Oh, I think it was Eddie Hall did a video. And he was wearing like legitimate branded budgie smugglers. It was just like it was like a thing. There was like a 170 kilo man running around in budgie smugglers.
At one point in my life, I would like to own a pair of budgie smugglers, and I will go to the beach in them.
Oh no, I won't go with you then. Don't worry about it.
I don't know if you ever saw it. I think it was a Southern Comfort advert back in the day. Some bloke, he was walking down the beach and like red bodgy smugglers holding a glass of Southern Comfort.
Oh yeah, the old dude. Yeah.
I would love to recreate that at some point at like fucking Skegness Beach.
What was the what's the American? Is it like Old Spice or something? You know the one with like
Old
Terry
Spice,
Crews.
yeah.
Where he's like power. But then there's like the other dude,
God.
like, I'm on the beach with a horse. And just Terry Crews is like, pecs! Look at my abs!
Jesus Christ.
You want to smell like a man?
Terry Crews does have a very good physique, I must admit.
Yeah, he fucking works out and shit. You know in Brooklyn Nine-Nine, how the character's called Terry?
Yeah.
The writers named the character Terry, so if Terry Crews turned it down, he'd have to live with the fact there was a character that was made for him called Terry being played by someone else. But apparently, like, fans and all that keep giving him yogurt, because obviously in the show, Terry loves yogurt.
Yeah.
He also likes yogurt himself.
Oh, shit.
But he's obviously on a very strict diet because of, like, his physique.
Yeah.
So he's like, I just get given all this yogurt that I can't eat.
Oh, man. Do you know, I think it must be great as an actor if you go for a role that has the same name as you. Cause
Well, it's written for him, basically.
I mean, it doesn't get confusing if your name's like Bob and everyone's calling you like Jack for months
I will
on
quote
end.
a thing, I think it was Ian McKellen said in Extras, the trick to acting is pretending to be somebody else.
Well, essentially, yeah.
That's their job, Clayton, is to pretend to be somebody
I know,
else.
but it must be a lot
It
easier.
wouldn't exactly be fucking Lord of the Rings if everyone was like, oh, Elijah, instead of Frodo. Like,
I know, but Elijah's a pretty cool name, to be
yeah,
fair,
but it's not
isn't it?
fucking Frodo. They won't just rename a character from the book just to fit the actor's name.
Oh, I would.
What? It's just fucking, like, the whole fucking point is the character's called Frodo Baggins.
Yeah, why don't we just change Harry Potter to like Bob Potter?
Bob Potter. His name's Daniel Radcliffe.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, actually, no. I thought it was Elijah. I don't know how people get them mixed up. They are two very distinct people.
They don't even look anything alike whatsoever.
But they've got like they've got a thing between them where they will pretend to be the other person just to like prevent.
What?
Yeah, there's like Elijah will pretend to be Daniel if somebody goes, "Oh, you're that guy from Harry Potter." And he goes, "Yeah." And same thing with Daniel Radcliffe. They do it genuinely, just to save them from embarrassment, like the fans from embarrassment.
I mean, fair play to him. To be fair, you know that's.
But one's very different to the other.
Yeah, they're just too complete. They don't even have like the same facial features or anything.
I don't get it. Do you know? I think I saw something about like Elijah Wood being on Cameo, but he cost like $300.
What?
For a cameo? But do you know how much Paul Chuckle is?
How much?
40 quid.
Are we gonna get an intro from Paul Chuckle?
Oh, I think we're gonna have to get one for Paul Chuckle. That's if we ever start earning money, the first thing we're gonna do
get an intro.
Is get an intro from Paul Chuckle.
Oh man, welcome to Wumbas in the Wild by Paul Chuckle.
To me, no, to you.
Oh,
and then you go back to you at the studio.
Fucking love it.
Oh my god, this is fucking writing itself.
Oh, man.
It was written in the stars.
Especially after Suckle Vision.
Oh yeah, Suckle Vision, yeah. The latest fucking hit. I mean, I just like uploaded that and it was like, fucking hell, people are on it.
Instant classic.
Instant classic.
Including our mystery commentator. He's out there somewhere.
We don't know who you are, but thank you.
In the cosmos.
In the cosmos, the internet space.
Of course, we're talking about Hot Videos XXX.
I don't know who you are, but I like it.
Oh man.
The only one we need.
Oh dear.
I'm only joking. If you want to hang about with us for an hour, you're more than welcome to.
Aye, please stick around.
Please, we need the watch time.
We need the views.
We need the recommendations.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what though, I was just pissing about in the YouTube thing, like the studio thing, because I obviously I don't really go into it apart from just uploading this. And it's quite amazing how like detailed the breakdown. Obviously, it doesn't matter when you've got 10 views, but it'd be quite interesting if you had more and you were like trying to build a platform on it, because it breaks down like how many recommendations you get and how many people click on when your video gets recommended. Pardon me. As well as like through links and stuff like that. So it's quite amazing like how much raw data you can actually get from a what you calls it. So yeah, I think because I do like a bit of number crunching, so it is something I would, if it ever got to like a decent sample size, I would have a look at it a bit more. Obviously it doesn't matter when there's 10 people.
Yeah.
But we're not here really for making a living, because we're already doing that, really. Well,
one of us is.
One of us is, and the other one's getting money from the government like some kind of fucking degenerate because they decided to close all the restaurants, but never mind.
Bastards. Keep me out of work.
Bastards.
Not that
they just know you're too strong.
That's very true.
They're like, oh, if we unleash this madman into the world,
yeah,
he's just going to fucking cause rampage. He's on a rage. He's on a rampage.
He's on a rage. He's on a rampage.
He kills more people than old age. Boost battle.
Boost battle.
I put myself blue. Boost battle. I'm way cooler than you.
I could stab a daisy, but I won't, because that'd be like, stupid. Fucking horrible histories.
Fucking horrible histories, everyone. If you've not seen it, you need to watch it. It may be a children's sketch show, but we don't care because you gotta watch it.
There's some fucking great jokes in that show.
Like it didn't. I think it did. It win? Was it a BAFTA or something? It won like a best sketch show, not best children's sketch like comedy show. It won like best comedy.
Shit.
One year. I think the thing that's endearing about it though is because you know it is low budget.
Yeah.
Because it's like, oh, back to that field. Or it's like, oh, back to that road. Back of that castle.
Yeah. The same castle in every like century and country.
Yeah.
Oh man.
He's like, we are friends. And he's like, I'm Richard III. And it's like, they're the same place.
It's the same place. How's that even possible?
So speaking of children's shows, which are good no matter what age you are, a certain somebody has just watched the first 6 episodes of Avatar: The Last Airbender with yours truly.
That is very true.
So you've been writing some notes like a good boy, and if you say anything negative, I will beat you. But that'll be off the air.
Firstly, I just want to say, first impressions is fucking shit. Jokes, of course, it was actually pretty interesting. Getting into it.
My jaw just clenched, and I think I might have chipped a tooth.
I certainly hope not. No, what I will say is 6 episodes in, it is really interesting.
Yeah.
The story is starting, like you said, it's a bit slow at first, but it's slowly starting to get into it.
It's more like world building though, that isn't it? Because they're going here, there, and everywhere, and it's like, well, you get an idea because you meet people from the Fire Nation, you know what's happened to the air nomads, you know what state the southern water tribe's in, but obviously the northern water tribe's on the opposite end of the planet. And then you get like different areas of the Earth Kingdom, because obviously you have Umashu, which is independent and free with fucking Looney Tune McGee. But then you obviously have the coal mine, which is under Fire Nation control. And it like gives you like a good indication of like how the occupation's working, but just want to hear your play-by-play on it, really.
Well, as you know, I've got about 2.5 pages in note. Well,
I'm sure you can paraphrase
2 in a little bit. My first note, straight off the bat, was the music. The soundtrack of the show was just... It's a bloody good show and a bloody good soundtrack. And I mean, I'm a sucker for soundtracks.
Yeah, you are. You fucking buy CD soundtracks, don't you?
Oh yeah, I absolutely love it. Like,
did you buy the Red Dead one? I think you were thinking about it, weren't you?
I was thinking about it, but I have got it on my phone. Although,
yeah,
I can get it on vinyl, so I might get it on vinyl because that'll be fucking bliss.
You sad bastard.
But I think sometimes a good soundtrack can really just pump up that show even better.
Well, it has got like reoccurring ones where it's like that bloody pipe whistle thing where something goes wrong, and then there is like the actiony music and all that. So I think it does what a lot of games and stuff do, which is use the same sounds to indicate is it audibly, I don't know the exact word, sonically, what the situation is, because obviously it is meant for kids, and I think it is just they use sounds for association.
Yeah.
So now when something's funny's happened, they'll play a certain sound effect, but it's not like like you have to be thinking about it to notice it. I think
It's like the old Inception phase that every movie went for. We're seeing something
dramatic
happened. Yeah, something cool's gonna happen.
or fucking Star Wars with a Wilhelm scream.
Oh my god! That was very poor. But
yeah.
one thing I will say though is that some of the goofy sound effects did throw me off a little bit, which obviously I know you're gonna get because it is a children's show. But there is parts when like you fucking.
I think it definitely, but it kind of as the story, because at the moment it's just like a bunch of kids darting about, and it's still there are still some points later on, but the story does mature with the characters, I think. So it's kind of like you get like the fun youth, but then you've got to remember that he's got a goal to achieve, even though he's putting it off.
I will say also with that for a kids show, the comedy is actually pretty decent. To be fair, there's some good giggles in there. I must admit.
At the expense of soccer.
What else have I got? Let's see. Oh yeah, right. I've only seen limited anime, right?
Mm-hmm.
One thing that always confuses me, right? I've got here. What's with the weird hair, exaggerated actions, and the weird animals in every anime?
I mean, it's technically a cartoon because anime refers to Japanese cartoon, basically. It's a style from Japan, but this was made by Nickelodeon.
Well,
even though it's based on...
Yeah.
Well, the thing is, right, think of the Lion King.
Right.
The good Lion King, not the new one.
Not the shit one, yeah.
How exaggerated are them?
Oh, that's very true.
Because with animation, you're able to emphasize it, it adds impact to what it is, like how it is portrayed, but this is more grounded in the fact they are exaggerated, but it's not surreal. Like you don't see their heads expand. They get closer, and like it does get a bit. Sometimes it's like a bit or looks a bit weird, but you never see their head go to the size of fucking Gigamind.
Yeah. But yeah, it's just the weird hair that throws me off sometimes. It's some of those like Japanese style.
Or it's like
animes.
more Chinesey.
Yeah.
Well, in Avatar, it is based on like. It's like it's not unnatural looking. Like it'd be very easy to replicate. But yeah, in anime, like the whole fucking spiky, wavy, shiny,
spiky, wavy hair,
and the
going
hair's
on.
like purple down to their ass cheeks.
Yeah.
And then they're fucking like about 2 centimeters thin, but got like fucking 2 titanium 2 meter ton tits.
I mean, I'm not complaining. You know,
a man of culture as yourself.
Also, speaking of Nickelodeon, actually, I have got a note here. Nickelodeon, what the fuck happened? Because they went from pretty decent TV shows. You know, we've got stuff like Avatar. You know, they had like Fairly Odd Parents. You know, Jimmy Neutron.
I've got the answer. Consumerism.
That's very true. In fact, didn't they have iCarly? as well. I think that
iCarly was an old
Nickelodeon.
one, yeah.
Like they had some amazing shows, and then
Very Odd Parents.
it's just
claps.
That's fucking top notch. That is. That's
Oh,
top tier.
parents, very odd parents, ones and wings and the crowny things. Also, the one thing that still like baffled me as a child was the fact that Cosmo was the one that gave birth, but then the kid had different coloured, like had purple eyes, instead of like the pink or the green. So it's like, did Cosmo cheat? But one of it is like, wait, no, it's not how it works.
Oh man, that's such
With
a
a
good
fucking
show.
Jimmy Neutron crossover episode.
I've only recently watched them because I didn't even know that was
Did
a
you
thing.
not know about them?
No, so I've only just recently
Timmy
got into it.
Timmy in the fucking Jimmy Neutron style was fucking haunting.
It's terrifying.
Just like his fucking bulging eyes and like no fucking mouth or chin.
Fucking massive goofy teeth.
My shiny teeth and me, shiny teeth, shiny teeth. Danny Phantom.
Danny Phantom. Now that was a good show.
That was a slapper as well.
That was a good show.
Oh man, I'm just remembering like all the good shit. Did you ever watch like the Cartoon Network ones?
Cartoon Network had
like
some
Dexter's
fucking...
Laboratory.
Dexter's Laboratory, Courage the Cowardly Dog.
I never really watched a lot of Courage, Cowardly Dog.
It's fucking terrifying.
People who told
amazing.
me they like watch Powerpuff Girls, and I was like, gay?
Whoa. Now,
Fucking
now
gay.
let me get this straight, right? You've never seen Powerpuff
right.
Girls.
Powerpuff Girls and Sailor Moon are in the same category, and you have issues if you've watched either as a young male.
I used to watch Powerpuff Girls. It was great.
You have issues.
It was great. It's fantastic.
And look at you now.
Yeah. Single and depressed. Probably because I watched Powerpuff Girls.
Probably because you watch Powerpuff Girls.
Apart from that, though, Ed, Ed and Eddie. That was a good
That's
show.
very true, yeah.
Codename Kids
Codename Kids Next Door, yes!
That had, for a children's show,
Father!
that had one of the most
That shit was dark.
immersive storylines.
Like turning the kids into fucking old people. That was
Yeah.
scary as a child.
How long that show must have gone on for fucking years.
Yeah,
that must have had a long season run.
Yeah.
And to have the story
And
continue.
it was like a proper fucking storyline throughout, wasn't
Yeah.
it?
I'm pretty sure they even made a couple movies out of it as well.
Yeah.
It shows how good
man, I
that
need
was.
to rewatch that.
That was a fucking... Now, that show does fucking clap.
That was the dog's
That
bollocks.
what was it? Johnny Test was a good one as well. I don't know if you ever
one's
saw that.
that?
It was some blonde kid, and he had these two ginger sisters and a talking dog, and he had all these inventions and stuff. I don't remember much about it.
I can't remember it. Johnny Bravo.
Johnny Bravo,
Whoa,
classic.
mama.
Whoa, mama.
It was it like he got mistaken for like a fucking Christian, like fucking like Amish guy or something, and you're like,
What?
he was just like trying to fuck this woman the whole time, but they thought it was somebody else, and he just said, like, I'm gonna get out of here.
Oh man, that was a good show. And then of course all the Scooby Doo stuff as well.
Yeah,
That's some
Scooby-Doo.
good Scooby Doo.
But like old Scooby Doo is the best Scooby Doo,
Yeah.
like original Scooby Doo.
Say that though, right?
Scooby Doo.
Scooby Doo Mystery Incorporated is one of their most recent ones. 2 seasons, storyline throughout the entire 2 seasons. Obviously, they have the occasional like mystery here and there, but it all fits into this overarching.
Didn't they have that film that come out? Was it this year or last year? That Do one. I can't remember what it was called.
Scoob.
It was a
I think
Scoob.
yeah, had Simon Cowell in it, and
I don't care.
introduced
Right,
a load of
this one thing I have issues with animated films nowadays, like in recent times, is basically they just use star power to sell the films.
Yeah.
Where it's like back in the day, like it was just like a voice actor. But now it's like starring Simon Cowell, James Corden for some fucking reason.
Yeah,
But it's and it's
stupid.
like you're just putting names in there, even if they're not. Like there's loads of voice actors out there who literally do it all day, every day, and can do a wide range of voices, and they just choose some fucking schmuck because they're famous on the telly. Well, I think when they did Aladdin originally, Robin Williams put in his contract that he only wanted to have 25%, like his name in 25% of the advertising and less. But then Disney obviously fucked him over and sold it like mad.
Bastards.
They found like a loophole or something with it, and
Yeah.
just fucking went to town on it, and then that like soured the relationship for quite a while. But yeah, so it was.
Fucking Disney.
Yeah, fucking Disney.
Anyway, back to Avatar.
Back to Avatar, sorry, yes.
So I've got a few more notes. So I think everything's great, to be honest. And the outfits are good for the characters. Awesome. The action sequences and the element bending in some of them, interesting. Looks good.
It does get better.
And I like the use of his little staff glider thing. I think that's pretty interesting. Oh yeah, the air temple design, the Earth City. I think they're awesome.
Like the proper stacked cone looking shit.
I think they are absolutely incredible.
Yeah, some good artistic direction there.
Commander Mutton Chops, as I called him.
Oh, Commander Zhao.
Fucking, he's
a character, yeah.
He was pretty good. I've also got here, old men anime characters are always the best.
Oh, fucking Iroh.
Yeah, they're always great,
He is genuinely my favourite. Him and Zuko, but he is like my favourite character because he has a fucking proper arc.
Yeah.
Like by the end of it, it's fucking mad.
Let's see, what else have I got? Oh yeah, Airball, fictional and still better than football.
And biased to anyone who can airbend.
Yeah. Let's see, what else have I got? Tracy Beaker's Duke would definitely approve of the monk's delightful cakes.
But is it as good as his lovely bubbly porridge?
I don't know, but I think he would be disappointed in the waste of cake.
Yes.
I was very disappointed watching that.
Duke would not approve.
I was like, what a waste. I literally wrote, what a waste of cake with 2 exclamation marks.
I mean, it went to the fucking lemurs, didn't it?
I mean, yeah, but who gives a fuck about lemurs? I don't. A very important question. So we've got the 4 different nations, but there's one important nation missing.
What?
Vape Nation.
Fuck's sake.
Speaking of which,
the fattest vapes.
Apart from Vape Nation,
H3H3 is not the same anymore. It used to be funny, but now it's just downhill.
Shite.
It's just shit, yeah.
Yeah, apart from Vape Nation, they're very well ahead of their time because just in one episode, there's fidget spinners, RuPaul's Drag Race, and OnlyFans.
Where's the OnlyFans?
Well, because they're fighting with fans, aren't they?
Oh, you can fuck right off. Oh, just get it out. Just walk away. OnlyFans. Fuck right off.
I thought that was a great joke.
Oh, you cunt. Oh, I can't. I'm just questioning my friendship with you now.
I mean, I thought that was pretty clever.
We're going to devolve to podcast proximity associates at this rate. Wanker.
I've got a couple questions as well.
See?
So when they're doing,
I don't want to spoil anything, but
when they're doing the whole Red Bull soapbox challenge,
yeah,
why not airbend over the spears, avoiding all unnecessary troubles?
Well,
because
the
it
thing
essentially
is,
means that it's all just for a plot device to get to see the crazy bastard.
So what? You saying that he could airbend over the spears and be done with it?
Yeah.
So he didn't crash?
Yeah.
So the thing you've got to understand with
it's a plot device. No. That's why
it links in with how airbending works in the show. So the reason Aang is able to fly about and stuff is because he is light himself, but also he's got a glider with him, and he has to generate thrust, and he can only help himself get lift. So he can't just fucking fly freely. He's not.
Oh yeah, but what I meant, the little cart that they're in.
Yeah, but the cart's a fucking stone cart.
Yeah, but he made it go faster.
Yeah, he can make it go faster. Propulsion is not the same as uplift.
It is in my world, Edward.
He's got to go against gravity and the fucking weight of 3 people, a lemur, and a stone fucking cart.
Well, the lemur can fly anyway, so that's irrelevant.
Don't mean that he didn't just fly away. He was still fucking adding to the mass of the passengers.
Yeah, but he didn't have
It's too heavy. He couldn't. And besides, there's nothing to lift it. He just it just dispersed on the ground and it wouldn't do it.
But if he can also earthbend, does that not mean he could?
Yeah, but he hasn't learned earthbending.
Well, that's because he's fucking useless.
Because he has to learn waterbending first.
Why does he have to learn that first?
Because it's the cycle of the avatars. So a firebender would have to learn air first because it's next on the cycle. It's the avatar cycle between, I think it goes fire, air, water, earth, and it goes in that fucking cycle, and they have to learn the elements in that cycle.
That's just bullshit. If I was an avatar...
you'll understand because later in that, it's not going to spoil much, but he tries to learn firebending in the first, I think it's pretty sure it's the first season, and he doesn't master it until the last season. Well, I don't want to spoil that, actually, no. But yeah, so basically, you can't jump the gun.
Fair enough. My next point was also my cabbages guy.
The cabbages guy is a class character, and you'll be seeing more of him.
Oh, he does return.
He does return.
Good. Also,
my cabbages.
My cabbages.
My cabbages.
Mad King got jokes. He's great.
Boomy.
And then, speaking of which, I put Boomy ain't no boomer.
I think that's gonna have to be. I think we've hit the fucking title already, kids. We're not.
Fucking hell, this
we're only
early.
35 minutes in. Yeah, Boomy ain't no boomer.
Oh man,
and then write that one down.
When he whipped off his clothes, I put Hunchback and NotreDAYUM. Damn.
I wish you would smell what I'm smelling. You bite the rock bites back, my man. Hunchback of NotreDAYUM. I think you just trumped yourself there. He's just like, congratulations, you played yourself. I was like, yes, got it with Boomy ain't no boomer, but then you come out with Hunchback of NotreDAYUM.
Oh, dear.
Do you know what that is, Clayton? That's a
bars. Oh man, Jesus. And then we got to the next episode, and I realised that everyone was bending through the medium of dance.
It's stances. It's all like based off Chinese fucking kung fu-y, tai chi shit. That's like the premise of it. Even though, do you see them things where it's like fucking Wing Chun masters who like do fucking death throws out their palms and just like
what?
So there's like these big groups of like dojos and stuff where they're all that fucking delusional, where they basically think like you can knock them out with fucking energy waves.
That's just insane.
And it's like, yeah, like fucking like one old dude can pull a whole fucking crowd of people, and then they can do like these fucking like death blasts with their hands, and it's like, and this one time this happened. It's like in China and shit as well. Like Tai Chi's hugely oversold there because it's like part of Chinese identity basically, and if you go against it, you're an enemy of the state. And there is a guy, I think was he like an ex-radio DJ or something? And he basically fights Tai Chi masters.
Holy
beats the shit out of them. But then the Chinese government like cut his social credit score, so he couldn't like own a house.
Jesus
he couldn't rent anywhere. He's basically homeless and his fucking old dojo where he used to like fucking train for years, like 16 years, disowned him because he was going against the Chinese government basically because he was trying to disprove Tai Chi. But one time this American dude, he was like all fucking key blasts and shit. I'll show you some videos sometime. But anyway, this dude was like, there's a reporter there, and he was like, okay, try it. And the reporter was like, try it on me then, because he did it on one of his disciples, and the guy was fucking limp out cold. So the reporter was like, do it on me then. And he did like his little, ooh. And the reporter was like, fuck you doing? And he was like, oh yeah, sometimes it don't work, tongue the wrong place in the mouth. And it was like, fuck right off.
Oh my God.
I can't wait for some fucking 6-foot fucking burly looking MMA fighter just to come in and knock you the fuck out.
Fucking get Steven Seagal in there.
Oh my god, they talk about Steven Seagal.
I can't fucking stand him, right?
He's like, he like, don't you like hang out with fucking like Eastern Europeans and all that?
Does he?
Because he's like, he's like, says he's got like Russian heritage or something, so he like goes over there a lot and shit like that. But...
Jesus Christ! It's just the way he reckons he can like near enough knock you out just by playing rock paper scissors.
But he did it's like all Aikido and shit.
Yeah.
My brother did Aikido for fucking years, and then he like started doing other shit, and he was like, "Why the fuck did I do Aikido for so long?" and now he's like fucking like 10 plus years. He's stopped doing it now.
Yeah.
But he's just like, "Oh, what the fuck have I done?" But I did judo, so I'm alright.
Yeah.
But now he's doing like his Thai boxing and jiu-jitsu and stuff. But yeah, he's just like, "Oh, what the fuck have I done?" And he probably might be listening to this, and all I got to say is, "Ha ha 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 ha." I think I fucked his thumb up once in judo when he was doing it.
Oh shit.
Yeah, he like, because he was really tense, and then I just fucking went for it, and he just pulled his thumb back real bad.
Oh, nasty.
That fucked his hand up for a bit. Yeah, I was like, yes.
Nasty, dude.
I can't wait for that shit to open up again though.
Oh,
I
it will be
fucking love
good.
it. Yeah.
Fuck Corona.
Literally, it's like it's part of my weekly routine. I think if I could do one thing, what I would do is, if I go back in time, I wouldn't like do any major life decisions and shit like that. I wouldn't be like, I think it'd ruin it. I might like slip in a thing about Bitcoin here and there, but just buy it. Buy it now.
Suck his dick.
Get 20,000 Bitcoin now.
Suck his dick.
No, don't suck his dick. You're an underage minor. Fucking bouncing baby.
Do you know what? Actually, speaking of Baby Yoda, that does.
Oh, can I just finish my going back in time?
Point. Yeah, go on.
So I think because I went to a different club first, and it was it was like the guy who ran it was all right, and that's where I did meet a certain drummer boy we know.
Yeah.
First, before we happened to be in the same form at school, but it was a bit shit because it did get to a point where like no one was going, and I was basically like the only one there, which was a bit shit.
Yeah.
But then I ended up going to a different club, and it's like I've been there ever since. And I think if I could do one thing, is I'd basically go straight there to that first club because it was already there. I've been there for years, so I think that'd probably be like the only thing I'd probably change. And then I might have gotten more into it at an earlier age and tried to do a bit more earlier on, like when I was younger and stuff.
Yeah.
But that's pretty much it. But I don't regret it or anything. I'm still doing it now, so that's that.
Yeah.
Anyway, back to fake martial arts.
All right. So, speaking of Baby Yoda, I have a point about Avatar, which we briefly mentioned during the viewing.
Yeah.
So, he is 12 years old, except he's not, because he's been frozen for 100 years.
Yeah.
Which technically makes him 112.
Yeah.
So, we discussed that he's already been unfrozen for like an hour or so, and he's already being a bit of a player, getting that sweet, sweet puss. So, if he wanted to do some adulting, is he technically the legal age?
Right. Let's just pretend we're in a court or something and try and use rational thought, like modern day thinking on it. I think he is still 12. He should still be classed as a minor, as a 12-year-old, because he's not like. It's going to be weird with like when it comes to people fucking comas during childhood. I don't know how the legality of it is, but I reckon because basically in that 100-year gap, he only thinks it's a couple of days.
Yeah.
When he originally woke up, and it's basically like time stopped for him, and then it's resumed when he's unfrozen. So he's still got the mentality of a 12-year-old. He's still got a 12-year-old body, mind, attitude. He's still him when he was 12. It's just the fact that the arbitrary passing of time has happened without him. That's my opinion.
Yeah, I think you're right there, to be honest. It does beg a question.
You just want an excuse to fuck a 12-year-old boy, don't you?
I'd rather not have that on YouTube.
Klepstein over here.
No, I don't. No, I thought it was an interesting concept, obviously.
You bussy bounding bastard.
I mean, there's that scene where he's got all them girls at that village
which are
that
also
after
children.
him. And it does beg the question, like...
They're all kids!
Is he technically supposed to be doing this,
I don't think... I wouldn't class him as a nonce because he's not grown up. He's still a boy.
Or is that all a ploy, Edward?
Well, what is he... Do you think he spent 100 years in ice going, can't wait to go and fuck some young pussy?
I would.
He was frozen. The passage of time meant nothing to him. He didn't experience anything. He was just frozen, then he wasn't.
It's a bit shit, really, isn't it?
It's like being fucking put under with anaesthetic.
It does beg a question, doesn't it? I know a lot of people like a shit movie, which we'll get onto later. Twilight. I know people's biggest issue is, he's like 100 and something, and she's like 16.
Right. The thing with long-lived races, right, is that you've got to think of it from the perspective of. It's going to sound like really fucking weird, this, but I reckon if you're looking at it from a point of view of fantasy, you've got to think of what the lifespan and the maturity cycle of that species is. So say if they live for 1,000 years, but they're basically like 10 times slower than we are, then they'd be 20 to us when they're 200. But then it's kind of like, do their minds and bodies develop slower, or do they hit that point at the same time, but then just live for longer afterwards?
It's an interesting concept, isn't it?
Because if it's like, if you just do it off a base number division concept, that species probably could live for 1,000 years, but it's still technically classed as a child in that species until it hits 500.
Yeah.
So anyone who's a 501 fucks a 499-year-old, they're a paedophile.
Oh dear.
Right. When you see like a fucking 19-year-old getting done in America for sleeping with a 17-year-old, it just blows my mind. Because I'm like, how can you convict a 19-year-old having a relationship with a 17-year-old? Like, divide by 2 plus 7, my dudes, after the age of 18.
It's an interesting concept, isn't it? Because I can't remember what the age of consent is over there.
Well, it depends what state.
Obviously,
but it's like
here,
16 to 18, basically.
Yeah, and it's nearly enough the same here. It's weird, isn't it?
But then it's like, you can have sex at 16, the age of consent is 16, but then you can't have you can't have, like, nudes of that person until they're 18. It's a bit weird, but doesn't matter.
Yeah, but no, it's interesting how people...
But then some laws in America, you can't drink till 21.
Yeah, it's very sick. And you can drive at like fucking, is it like 16 or something?
Yeah, it
like
depends what state again, yeah. It's like 15 to whatever,
stupid.
innit?
But it's like a lot of people we
know.
know...
America's fucking huge, so you probably need a car to get anywhere.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, a lot of people we know are in relationships already, some of which are in with either younger or older.
Yeah.
And obviously, when you're younger, a lot of people like look down. It's like, and then you get the old, age is just a number, doesn't mean anything. It's like, well, sometimes it does.
I was literally thinking about that.
Sometimes it does mean something.
It's not paedophilia if we both consent.
Yeah. Not really how it works.
4-year age gap. And now, the one person that ridiculed them and the person who said that are now together, and it's just fucking weird.
Oh, Jesus.
Bastard.
But then obviously the older you get, the less it matters. It is weird.
Where it's like if you're like 40 going out with a 30-year-old, doesn't matter. But if you're 30 going out with a 20-year-old, it's a bit like, hey, what's occurring here?
I know weird. It does. I know a lot of it does depend on maturity.
Yeah.
I know the old age that women mature faster than men, which is pretty true. To be fair.
I used to work with someone that's still together. They met on a fucking Christmas work do, but they're like just met in a bar. But she was like early 20s and he's in his early 30s. But it worked for her because he's obviously got his head a bit screwed on. Yeah, he's obviously a bit older. But then it also, because there's a person I knew that he said he was talking to someone quite a bit younger, obviously all legal and shit.
Yeah.
But he was just like, oh, they were just too immature. But then knows someone who's like the same age as the person he was talking to, who's a very mature person. And it's like a weird... It just varies person to person, really.
Yeah.
It's like I can be a massive shitlord when I want to be, but then also I have to be realistic in how I spend my money and how I live my life, because there's got to be I've got to abide by certain things in order to just keep doing what I'm doing. But then I'll just shut myself in for fucking 10 hours and play Yakuza Like a Dragon, which is a brilliant game, by the way.
Boy.
But I shit you not. Basically, the prologue, to be able to actually just play the game in any like normal capacity, it was like 2.5 hours of cutscenes and like just walking somewhere to have a cutscene, and it was just like, holy shit. More. And there was some gameplay in between, but it was very like limited to what you can actually do. Like it was just basically go here, fight this person, do that. But then yeah, it's just like cutscene, different kind of cutscene, different style of cutscene, proper cutscene. Can't skip that cutscene. This cutscene, that cutscene. And it was like I was messaging someone I know who's finished it, but I was like to him, I was like, should I get it? And he was like, yeah. So I got it on sale. And I was just there like, I've been here for like 2.5 hours now, and it just won't end.
Shit.
And he's like, oh, don't worry, you need it. And then I get to a fucking property manager, finance manager thing, and I played it for like fucking 7 hours straight.
Jesus.
Just a fucking mini game. And it was like, but the thing was though, I'm like filthy fucking rich now. So it's like, I just go and buy whatever.
Hey boy.
That's the fucking living the dream.
Living the dream.
But that's definitely, fucking Yakuza games they're a different breed. Because it's like, the main story is actually really gripping sometimes, where it's like proper, like, fucking family politics and feuding and relationships and proper character development. And then you just go off and do a side quest, and it's just something absolutely fucking absurd. Like, you go to you manage a cabaret club, or you go for a fucking baseball batting range.
Yeah.
And then you meet a man and a group of people who wear and pretend to be babies and wear nappies. And there's a fucking little hot Asian chick who looks after them all. And the next thing you know, you're fucking having a standoff with the Korean mafia.
Oh, Jesus.
And you're like, I didn't mean to initiate this side quest, but here I am.
Can you imagine if real
And then
life
you
was
drink
like
the
that?
baby formula milk with them, and they make you put a nappy on,
what?
but you never see it.
Oh, God. Oh.
It's like, it just gives you an option to drink the milk and don't drink the milk, and you're going to click drink the milk. You have to. It's non-negotiable.
I mean, I know there are people out there that do enjoy that.
It's not like I'm exactly drinking the milk myself. I'm making the game character drink the milk.
I'm just saying, in reality...
people.
Like...
Right, do you think the people that go out who have relationships with the people that like to pretend to be babies are nonsense? Or is it just the fact of they like the person, but then just have to put up with the fact they like pretend to be a baby?
I think it's more the fact they like her and just have to sort of put up with it.
Because I remember, I think, was it like a TLC thing? And this girl was like pretend to be a baby and all that. But then I think they don't have like anything sexual when she was pretending to be a baby. You just like looked after her.
I just think it's weird.
Yeah.
Especially when people like dressing
It's like them
up
people that fucking like pretend to be horses and get like pulled.
Yeah, what the
fuck
fuck is
around
that?
carriages and fucking dominatrix just on the back like.
I mean, why? I mean, fair enough if that's what you're into, you know, by all means.
Apart
But
from furries, go away.
why? It's like dogging as well, right?
Oh yeah, it's fucking dirty, that, isn't it?
That's fucking. I mean,
dogging's not illegal. Being caught dogging is, because it's public indecency.
That's very true. Maybe we should do a dogging podcast.
No.
We should do an episode where we go and interview doggers in the action.
Like some fucking all gas, no brakes kind of style.
Yeah.
Just run up and be like, what are you doing here?
The fuck are you doing here?
Oh. Is that a camera?
Cleaner, get away from there. I can't help it. They're pulling me in, Edward.
Oh, what was it? I remember watching a Louis Theroux documentary on swingers.
Yeah.
And that's weird. Where it's just like... And he literally, I shit you not, he walked into like a room and there's just like 8 people just fucking in this room. And he's like, we're all good in here? And just walks away.
Did you know Louis Theroux was in a gay porno? Or a porn?
Yeah, he was. Yeah, it's from like a Weird Weekend, isn't it?
Yeah. I never knew that.
Did you not?
No, until fairly recently. Yeah. And I watched the scene, and
they took profile shots
incredible.
From everything.
Yeah, it is incredible. It is fantastic.
Is it better than the fucking? But this is a bathtub.
I mean, we'll have to watch it after this. It is pretty good.
No, please, no. I'm a virgin.
Oh man, that is a great video.
Someone once showed me a fucking intro, right? And it was like this dude and his partner, and they'll make him food for her parents that come around to eat. And then what he ended up doing was they'll make him pizza, and he basically just put his dick through the pizza and walked up to him and was like, "Pizza's served." And then the parents like obviously get up and walk away in disgust. But then the woman goes, well, better not let this go to waste.
Oh, no. Oh, my God. Dick pizza. Oh, my God.
Oh, someone...
Now, that is a stuffed crust
it was on a fucking Discord server, and someone posted a video, and this dude, it was some, like, fucking weird anal shit, and the dude was like, oh, yeah, oh, yeah, oh, yeah, oh, yeah. And then do you know what he did? Fucking pulled his dick out, gaping arsehole. Do you know what he motherfucker did? He whistled into it.
What?
He fucking whistled into a woman's gaping arsehole.
Oh my God.
But he was like one of them like male porn actors that was very vocal. Where he's like, oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah.
Oh no. Oh my God. I once saw a video, right? 2 women, one of them was bent over and the other one had a slingshot. And she was right, and she was slingshotting conkers in the spiky shell into her anus. That's the most.
Oh my God, that's fucked up.
It was incredible. There was
what?
Also, yeah, there was another one, right? It was this weird fucking porno video, right? And this woman, right? She went. It was obviously all fake, right?
Yeah.
Just for the storyline. She went to the doctors. She had a problem with her neck, in the back of her neck. So the doctor, like, fucking separates the hair where her neck is, and she's got a vagina on the back of her neck, and he literally just starts fucking it, and then there's a shot of his penis coming out of her mouth. It was the weirdest thing I've ever seen in my entire life.
I'm sorry. Just roll that back.
So this woman, she goes to the doctors.
Yeah.
She's got a problem with her neck.
Yeah.
The doctor separates the hair, and there is a vagina on the back of her neck.
Like a fleshlight?
Yeah, pretty much.
Was it some like weird Photoshop jobbing, or was it like practical effects?
Probably a practical effect.
Was it like the Thing level of practical effects?
Pretty much. And then, yeah,
he just has like a fucking spine deformity and just got like a hole in the back of her neck, and then it's like, just whack a fleshlight in there, Beery.
Probably, because he then inserted his penis and fucked her mouth. But yeah,
so
the penis was coming out of the
mouth. Was it like keeping in line with the fact his balls would have to hit the back of her head?
Pretty much.
And his dick would have to come out at some point, because obviously he couldn't have like the balls hanging around her chin.
No, yeah, no.
Did they keep it? They kept it in. Yeah, they kept the proportions right.
His bollocks be slamming against her fucking spine, and his bell end was coming. You know, like the xenomorph in the Alien movies. That's the only way I can describe it was that.
Oh my God!
And then if you want to get even weirder than that,
that just reminds me of a fucking thing off. I think it was like Cats Does Countdown. And Joe Wilkinson was reading a poem about naming people's willies in a train station toilet. And he's like, I'm going to call you Captain Birdseye because you're wearing a turtleneck and you're winking at me.
Fucking hell. Oh my God.
Oh, what was it? Didn't someone once when we were all hanging out, wasn't he like showing us one where it was like a nun getting fucked or something?
Oh, it might
that
have
was
been,
some like weird fucking German shit, wasn't it? I didn't watch much of that one.
I don't.
And then they fucking someone else slapped on that fake taxi and was like, "Do you want to drain this old man's balls?" But he just skipped ahead to the perfect point. Like, there was no in between. It was start a video, just scrubbed across. Now I think it's time to drain this old man's balls.
That fake taxi shit is some of the best, shittest shit I've ever seen.
It's so wank. Yeah.
It's fucking great. Oh,
fucking,
man.
Do you know about Belle Delphine?
Yeah.
Her sex tape's out and about now.
Ooh.
It's doing the rounds. And me and some other people were talking about it. And they were like, oh, it's a bit shit. Bit low effort for her part.
Yeah.
I was like, I've wanked worse.
Oh, no.
But it's like it's just her getting rammed basically, and she was a bit she wasn't putting a lot of backbone into it.
Oh, bit tame.
But it wasn't. But to be fair, I think she did do anal on it, so she and then got like fucking the dildo deluxe double.
Jesus.
The dildo dick deluxe double. That's a fucking tongue twister right there.
Oh, Jesus. Say that in your English class.
And then she performed the double dick deluxe dildo decimation diarrhea.
Oh, God.
Just shitting out dicks.
Oh, God. Oh, no.
That's some fucking Prague fucking...
Oh, man.
Well, saying that, fucking got to be verified to be on fucking Pornhub nowadays.
Oh, no.
Traffic, they got fucking Visa and MasterCard pulled out, whatever, didn't they? Just get fucking PayPal, you're eating.
Yeah, boy.
I don't get people who pay for porn. Like, you can find enough. There is enough good free kicking about. Even the fucking click down ones of proper studios are good enough, aren't they? To be fair,
they're all right.
It's like, you're not going to wank for 40 minutes. Like, let's be real here. If you really want to, you can crack it out however quick you want, to be fair. Just depends how much you want your arm to hurt afterwards.
I know. I mean, you know, don't get me wrong, sometimes the 40-minute ones are good, but, you know, sometimes you just, if you want the full experience, it's just, I know, I'll just gently stroke for it, you know, until I get to the good bit, and then I'll finish at the last 10 minutes. But it just means
it's like,
that...
I think it's like the fucking Japanese ones where it's like 120 minutes, and it's like, how the fuck did he do that?
Who sits there for 2 hours straight? Like, who's got that amount of time in the day to watch porn?
Pure wanking.
Like, that is just that.
You?
I mean, yeah. I mean, it takes some effort.
Oh,
I have to do it in like 10-minute intervals.
Just crack one out. Next. Next. I think I saw a headline years ago, and it was like, teen sat down to study but then broke the masturbation world record or something. What? Yeah, just like fucking cracked out like 28 in a day or something stupid like that.
Mate, I bet he ain't got anything on me. 6 weeks holidays. The time is your own in them days. You don't even need a mobile phone. Just slap on a bit of Game of Thrones or slap on a movie, and that's it. You're away. Just use your imagination. That's all you need. You just see
a bit of cleavage and like,
yeah, I can get a good 20 minutes of imagination
pause it on the right
from
moment.
that. I can create a nice little fantasy about that.
Fucking hell. The days of them are long gone.
No, not for me.
They've gone for me now. I can't just sit down and watch a fucking TV show and be like, you know what, I'm going to crack one out now. Because I'm not a fucking degenerate.
Watching a bit of Kitchen Nightmares. Oh, that salmon looks good. Yeah, boy.
Yeah, cut that beef Wellington, you slut. What do you mean? Cold water boils faster than hot water.
Oh, man.
Yeah, get the lamb sauce on it. Yeah.
I'm coming with the lamb sauce. Ah!
5 minutes, chef, more like 5 seconds.
Oh, man. Jesus Christ.
A fucking command and conquer right there.
Oh, man. Fucking hell. Jesus Christ. Oh, that was a bit of a fucking tangent.
What were we talking about?
I don't even know. Oh,
right,
man.
we'll wrap up the fucking Avatar segment. I showed you a single clip from the Last Airbender live action M. Night Shyamalan And what was your opinions on that 2-minute clip? Because it was a pretty similar. I think that clip I showed you reflects the last episode we watched with the Earthbenders going to prison, but they didn't obviously go to prison.
I mean,
and this had like $150 million budget.
I mean, I've seen more effort in an episode of Doctor Who from the 60s, to be honest.
You know what I think the main problem is with that film? I've watched it. It's dog shit. Never watch it in your life. The main problem is it was directed by M. Night Shyamalan. That is genuinely it. It is. I reckon they're meant to be that live action one, but that's probably never going to fucking happen. But I reckon someone with a bit of backbone, willing to take the time, I reckon they can make a good live action. But the problem is, right, it's fine in animation, but like all the stances and moves and shit, they just look a bit goofy in live action, which is why I think the medium for it is.
I mean, I think
animation.
It could work, but the only way you could do it is to get people that definitely essentially just need martial artists.
Yeah.
So you need people like Jet Li and people like that to be doing it.
Imagine like Jet Li as Zuko or something.
Oh.
That slaps. To be fair. I think they casted all the Fire Nation people as like Indians.
Yeah.
In the live action, which didn't really make a lot of sense because it's all meant to be like Chinese shit. But then saying that they did live action Mulan and they managed to fuck that up, didn't they? So
I mean, I haven't seen it.
I've not.
I probably won't see it.
I've seen some reviews and stuff on it, but it's like one of the worst films of the year apparently. But it's like you pay for Disney Plus and then you got to pay £30 to rent it.
I know, it's a bit of shit.
It's like you're not even providing a service at that point. You're just trying to claw back as much money because you know it's going to flop. Saying that, they released a not Disney, but I can't remember who it was, but they did a Monster Hunter film. A Monster Hunter, like the setting, like especially with Monster Hunter World, which I've played, the setting's really vibrant and really cool. Do you know what they did?
They
slapped
put it in
the
a
US
desert.
Marines in there.
Yeah, and it's essentially
like,
just in a
you've
desert.
You've got like this fucking intricate ecosystem island with all these hunters and stuff, and then it's like you just want to slap the Marines in there.
Do you know what they've done? They've basically done with Monster Hunter what they did with Battleship.
Oh, yeah.
And just it's like, instead of having an intricate film, we could have like a real nice 2-hour-long naval battle. No, aliens and US Marines! And then, no, that's not how Battleship works.
I tell you what movie did that kind of shit right. Pacific Rim.
Pacific Rim is just,
That's a fucking slapper. When I initially saw it, I was a bit like, I think I was in that awkward phase of like, I stopped watching stuff like Transformers and all that, and I was like, I want to watch something like gritty and cool because I'm a cool kid now. And then it was like, and then I got older and I was like, fuck yeah, hit that kaiju in the fucking face. Yeah, you're gonna fucking get it. Yeah, Jaeger.
It is a fucking good film, that is. The Pacific Rim. Second one's okay. Take it or leave it, but the
first one slaps.
Yeah. Speaking of which,
especially because they've got like a whole fucking like there's an economy around it as well with like the fucking kaiju parts and all that, which is like you wouldn't think they'd have like a little bit of intricate world building like that in a film like that, but it was quite interesting. It was like fucking underground gangs and whatnot.
Yeah,
which I do find interesting.
Yeah, it's a show like that or a movie like that rather when you've got something as big as fucking,
and they did. What Godzilla, the new Godzilla, didn't do
was
actually show the fucking fights.
Yeah, and which is a bit of a but I quite like the first Godzilla, not the fucking Matthew Broderick one from back in the day.
Do you actually know the company that like owns Godzilla, the property, they did one of their films, like their fucking Godzilla films, and they canonized that Godzilla is a different kind of Godzilla and killed it with their Godzilla.
Oh, I think I've seen that one, yeah. Yeah, I think I have seen that.
So that's a fun fact for you.
Yeah.
I actually like that Godzilla, though. I watched it quite a lot. I watched the first half of the fucking... Was it the second Jurassic World film? The volcano one.
Oh, yeah.
I just got bored.
Really?
I had to go, yeah.
I quite like that one.
I just was like...
It was alright.
I was like, wow, yeah, selling dinosaurs, cool.
New one should be better. It's got the original cast returning.
I was like, oh, how much do they pay Jeff Goldblum to be in this?
Oh, you'll probably do it for free.
But do you know what I did watch on Christmas Day? The Mummy. A fucking top class masterpiece of a film. If you come to me and tell me you don't like The Mummy, you can fuck right off.
Mummy, great. Mummy 2, okay. Mummy 3, take it or leave it. And then, of course,
Tom Cruise.
The Tom Cruise one. Yeah,
Have you seen some of the promo shit for the new Top Gun?
No.
Where he takes off from an aircraft carrier in a fighter jet, but Tom Cruise is actually flying the jet.
He's actually doing it?
Yeah, he's a licensed pilot.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, I was watching a video and someone was like, oh, yeah, that's Tom Cruise actually flying. So the shots of Tom Cruise flying a plane in Top Gun, the new one, is actually Tom Cruise flying a plane in Top Gun.
Damn.
Well, you got to think how much money he's got. It's his own production team. Like, he is making the film. So he's got the money to...
Well, it's like Mission Impossible, isn't it?
Yeah.
Very basic, like fucking...
Does everything.
Did you see his latest meltdown on the set?
Where he was fucking screaming at some crew.
Yeah.
Don't know what they were doing.
I think they weren't following proper COVID guidelines and stuff like that. So it's basically like, if you fucking do it again, you're fucking fired. It's like, all right, Mr.
scary.
5'6" man.
Like, I respect him as an actor and his dedication and stuff, but like the whole, like he has like a whole legal side of his whole performance, doesn't he? Where he basically just covers up any shit talk, and he don't let anyone chat shit about him, this, that, and the other, and he gets his legal team to like force demands. Because I think in the new film there was like a quota on topless shots and they had to de-age him and all that.
What?
Yeah.
What the fuck?
So I respect like the fact he's willing to fucking put his body on the line because he's broken shit and this, that, and the other. But so is Jackie Chan.
That's very true.
But I think the thing is though, it's just that much money in it now, where it's kind of like he's in a fucking world of his own, where he won't be able to relate to like a regular person. But yeah, so I think that's probably a good natural closure.
Conclusion.
I think what we should do is we go away next episode, watch some really shit films, and we come back and talk about them.
I can do that.
Like, get some proper dog shit ones in there.
Birdemic, we're looking at you.
Birdemic. Do you see some guys, I think it's Corridor Crew, did like a remake of Birdemic?
Oh, yeah. Oh, but that was fucking sick.
And they got like a fucking walking bald eagle.
Yeah.
They got the actress from the original fucking Bird to fucking shoot at it.
Oh, that was fucking...
That was class.
Some of their stuff is great.
Yeah. It was Corridor Crew. Yeah, they're doing the Stuntman React one, and that's where I found out about that Top Gun thing. It was a new one, yeah.
Oh, I forget that. A little
from that dude who was in like Captain America and all that, Black Panther. It was that dude. You know which one I'm all about.
Nice.
Anyway, so brilliant. Thank you very much for tuning in this week.
All right. Thank you very much.
Hopefully, I'll be able to keep it all on weekends, but I did upload this one today because I've been forgetting because of Christmas and shit. So fingers crossed, episodes going out on weekends. I think by the time we next speak, Clayton, it'll be a new year. So happy New Year to you.
Aye, happy New Year to you, Eduardo. And happy New Year to the single commenter out there and to the rest of our listeners.
I mean, they probably won't hear this for like at least 2-3 weeks. So.
Well, even so, then it'll be a new year.
It'll be a new year by then. So congratulations, you've not died.
Yeah.
And hopefully, I haven't.
And hopefully I haven't.
I mean, yeah, about that, mate.
Piss!
You've got diabetes.
For fuck's sake. Oh, dear.
The trick is, you got to act surprised. Anyway, Frankie Boy's lost his Glaswegian accent and it's very sad. Goodbye, all.
Goodbye. Takua.